Hi there, this is Aaron. Today is Sunday the 6th of July and it's day 56 on the allotment. Well, the sun is really shining now. I was here yesterday and it was sort of sun shining, and then it was storming, and then it was storming quite a lot. So didn't get an amazing amount done. One of the things that I did get done yesterday, I was looking at Brendan's video and Dan's videos, and all over the web actually there's different people doing potato reveals, and so I thought, well, you know, I planted my first potatoes on the 23rd of March, and my other potatoes I planted on the 13th of April. So I thought, well, let's have a look and see how a bag of the Anya and a bag of the international kidney are doing. And this is what happened. Well, here is the haul of Anya. If I put my hand in there, they're very small, but they are designed to be taken as new potatoes. So I didn't expect them to be large. If I did leave them, and I think I could have left them a week, possibly 2 weeks more, but I certainly didn't want to leave them any more than that. So it's good to find out these things now. Yes, they're small, and this is from 5 seed potatoes, but all the same, I put 5 potatoes in the ground and I have got many times 5 back. Well, now we've got a bag of the international kidney. There were 4 potatoes in this one, and these were grown in compost with leaf mould. So let's see how we get on with these. And here is the international kidney. I'm going to do this. Let's go in. These are some of the bigger ones. So some good sizes there. I've got 4 seed potatoes as well. So as you can see, not the biggest haul in the world, but certainly I'm very pleased with it, and it's a good start. What it's reminded me to do really is to make sure that I give the potatoes a feed. I was thinking back to last year when I was growing in the ground, and you know, I just put potatoes in the ground and they grew and they came out great. Admittedly, they were the only thing that did grow. But one of the things that I was doing was I was giving them a feed pretty much every week, and I think that obviously helped. I've got to make sure that anything that's growing in the coir does get a regular feed, and this is one of the drawbacks of coir. So things to learn there. Well, what I'm going to do now is show you around. Let's start off as ever with the chillies. And you can see there's a lot of chillies ripening now. Now, interesting enough, I have picked a couple of these and we have cooked with them. And they are hot, but they're not that steaming hot that I'm used to from Scotch bonnet. And similarly, they are not producing seeds, and it's often the seeds which gives it to them. So I don't know if I've pulled this too early. Anyone that is used to growing chillies, maybe Chilli Grower Joe or Darcy or Tony or anybody out there, at what point do chillies get their seed? And is it sort of just a matter of time that I should be leaving them on the plant longer? So pleased that the chillies are coming through and they're there, but I'm convinced that there's something else I need to do to get the best out of this. But moving along. All the ones that have been potted on are doing great. I've got some bigger pots and I'm ready to start potting them on again, and that's what I'm going to be looking at doing today. Right at the end, look at that Scotch bonnet. Doesn't that look amazing? Down on the second row, more Scotch bonnets, more lemon drops, all coming through. And right at the end, and these are definitely going out today, that is the rest of the brassicas. Now here, you can see these. These are cucumbers, and these are so nearly ready. In fact, there may be one over there that is ready. They are over a foot long, and this is the best thing about today. These have suddenly materialised in a week. These were not there last week. They've suddenly materialised and they're looking absolutely amazing. I'm going to make sure I give this a feed. All three of them are producing 3 or 4 cucumbers. Brilliant! My 3 lone carrots actually not doing too badly now. So I will have a couple of carrots, maybe for Christmas. But at least I have grown a couple of carrots this year. I know an awful lot more about carrots now and have lots of ideas for next year. As you can see, my sunflowers are now establishing themselves, but the real success story is these pumpkins. This is the giant pumpkin, and as you can see, it started to go on a little bit of a journey and a bit of a walk. It's vining. What I've done, try and show you this, is I've put some tent pegs in the ground. I haven't sort of hammered it over to secure it, it's just really to guide it. But as you do that, I don't know if you can see that, just over towards the end, there is the first pumpkin. So I'm really, really pleased about this one. This one's really doing its stuff. Now, it's been in the ground a little bit longer, so the others have got a little bit of catching up, but I'm hoping that they will catch up and that this is going to be good for the pumpkins. Really pleased with these. Well, I've picked all the strawberries off of here, but got here today and there were an incredible number of strawberries on here. Both the alpine variety and the honey variety producing lots, and this is the first year that they've been here, and I wasn't expecting a great deal from them, but they've really come through. Here are the beans, and you can see that there are all these beautiful red flowers appearing all the way along there. But not just that. If we come in a little bit closer, there's not just flowers. Can you see these? There's a couple of beans. They're very small and they're not ready to be picked yet, but beans are on the way. Really, really pleased. They're all making their way up the pole, and some of them have got to the top, and as you can see, I'm training it now across so that it'll carry on and the beans will hang down. But runner beans really doing a fantastic job. These are my Blue Lake French climbing beans. Now, they're finding the cane, and that's the important thing, but one of them had actually managed to wrap itself through the pea net, and I had to disconnect that and put it through, and but I've managed to do it, and it's undamaged, so it's now working its way up the cane. So really pleased about that. They seem to be doing well, they look healthy, and let's hope we actually get some French climbing beans. And these are the Bolotti beans. Now, it's taken them a little while to find the canes. They are starting to, and I was a bit worried about them. I know that other people planted them out earlier, and it may have been a mistake of mine that I didn't. But, well, we're going to see what happens. This is the first year of growing them, so high hopes and hoping for the best. Well, quite a lot of the onions have been pulled now, and they were quite good, quite pleasing. Let me show you. I've got some of the white onions now, some more of the red onions, and some of those are a decent size. And this is the garlic I've got. If I put my fist down, that is the size of some of my garlic. Now, there's other garlic that was planted down the other end that is a different variety, and it's quite clear that a combination of the wet dampness and the lack of frost has meant that they didn't bulb up, but up the other end it didn't get flooded the way the bottom of the bed did, and it looks as if that has actually produced some decent garlic. And I've got an onion that's as big as my hand. I'm really pleased with that. I've got a red onion that's also as big as my hand. So in terms of a haul for the alliums, that's really good, and I'm really pleased with it. And so you can see actually that both the elephant garlic and the onions are now starting to get a decent size. It's made me question the wisdom of growing from sets and from seed in the same year. And I'm thinking that what I will do next year is either grow from sets or from seed, but I will not overwinter, because the ones that I grew from seed this year, they were ready before the others were due to come out, and so I've actually wasted quite a few of those, although the ones that are coming through to maturity are actually the biggest onions I've got. So I think that the overwintering wasn't necessarily the best thing I could have done, and I'll be trying something new next year. These are my leeks. They're still quite spindly. I have hopes that they will catch up. I think I should probably give these a feed, and maybe that will do them some good. This is what remains of the garlic and a few onions at the back. As the scapes curl round, I'll pull those up. They are curling, but they haven't quite curled double, and I saw a video that said that's how you tell that they're ready. So that's what I'm looking for, and when I see that, I'll pull them. Brussels sprouts and everything, these are desperate to be in the ground. You see more of the little gems. I think I can probably pick those today. I've really failed with brassicas this year, and I need to be more organised for next year. But yeah, we've had a few salads, and that's been nice. The radish that I planted, you can see actually, there's a few little red tops appearing, and in another week I think that will be ready. So looking forward to radish. Very proud of my golden wonder and my international kidney. They're doing great as well. It is fair to say that the slugs have been at some of the leaves on these Anya, but there is enough of the Anya there that I think they can stand up. But yeah, some slug pellets down there as well. White currant, looking a bit anemic again. I've given him another feed. I'm hoping he perks up. It's got to really be a weekly feed now that I give these. So yeah, got to keep my eye on these. And they also need to be planted in the ground. They've been in these containers for too long. And the red currant, exactly the same actually. It's suffering a bit. Some of those leaves don't look happy. I've given that a feed. I need to keep close eye on this. I don't want to lose it because obviously red currants are gorgeous. But I think the problem is planting these out in coir and the fact that they are in containers. They're not going to do anything in here. They need to be in the ground where their roots can spread out. Now what that means is that I'll probably keep strawberries in here. I'll let some runners create some new plants in here rather than buying a black currant, because it's going to be the same story. I won't have anywhere to plant it out to. The other option is that sort of I just plant it out somewhere temporarily, but yeah, there's going to be a lot of space needed for everything else, so I'm wondering about the wisdom of that. I think that the real answer is getting more space to actually plant out on, and that means a bigger plot. Now, here are the raspberries. They are coming along. I think they're much more developed than they were at this time last year. I've looked back at the videos and it certainly seems so. So, you know, picking them last year and cutting them down and letting them come back over winter, that seems to have done the trick. So, looking forward to hopefully more raspberries this year. Well, this is the back view of my potatoes, doing absolutely lovely, but the real thing I want to show you is down here. Look at that. My rhubarb is starting to now establish itself and is actually now starting to look as if it's enjoying itself. There's more stalks coming through. What is there is bigger. I mean, it got perforated and eaten earlier, but it does seem to be recovering now, so I'm very glad that my rhubarb seems to have come through. So as you can see, there is a lot that's getting ready to be picked. There are new things coming along, and there's certainly lots and lots to do. I've been getting on with it today. I've been mostly weeding and getting everything looking spick and span, because we're not going to be around for next weekend, because we're going off for a family event to a wedding, so I won't be around then, but I'm trying to make everything look as good as I can so that I can come back and it still all looks fantastic. And on that note, I'm going to leave it here today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on The Allotment. Goodbye.